Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. This is episode 2 of Davey's analysis, and we're just going to be VOD reviewing Scented and Cold and trying to learn how to play the new meta and how they play the new meta. This is their Testament finals. They got second place. They're landing a really good spot center zone, and they're getting god loot. But I just want to watch how they play endgame. That's my main focus. And I just want to show you guys something that I found that could be beneficial in the future. It's untested for me. I haven't tried this out in scrims, and this is the first time I've ever seen a duo do this. So it's actually really cool what they do, because if you know Scented well, he likes to force low ground. He likes to claim it pretty early and then just hold it for a long time. Yeah, he gets hit hard here, and then Cole just fights them off. But yeah, but as I was saying, he likes to play low ground a lot. Everyone knows that, right? But in this endgame, he plays it a lot differently that I've ever seen before, and I think there's a reason he's playing this endgame differently, and I think he knows something that other people don't, so I'm about to leak it, potentially. I'm pretty sure it's intentional, because Scented always tries to force low ground. He's always horny for low ground, and okay, look at Scented, looking to see how many teams are above him. If you watched the last video, you know why that's important now. Alright, he puts a bunch of cones out, so Cole doesn't get griefed and has a safe landing spot. But look at this, right? Scented is like second height right now. And it's the end of first moving. So my theory is that if you play second height, like first moving and second moving, usually there might not be a height established around that time, like the beginning of second moving and first moving. So staggering on second height and running over old builds might be just completely free and an easy way to save mats this meta, because everyone's going to be floating in the air. There might not be a height established. So if you're just running on second height, you won't get griefed by kids that are shambles on low. And like you just have like, it's so much more safe than you think. The only issue is you can get landed on by rifters. I mean, that's sketch, especially if they need surge. But just watch what Scented does here. It's really weird. So they're going to stagger, and they're going to look for surge, even though they're like 200 above. And then they wait like kind of last minute, not too last minute. Like they wait until Storm's on their. They don't wait until Storm's on their back. Like, and then they box up, and now they're going to potentially fight this team. And then I guess Scented said just leave it. And he's not even trying to force low. Okay, now he's trying to look for height. Because when you're this high, why wouldn't you? But he's getting sprayed by height, and he's not even dropping. Eventually he's going to start to drop, but it's actually crazy to me that like Sented's on a high layer and he's not trying to force low like he always does. It could be intentional. I'm going to have to watch the other VODs to see if he does it on purpose, but it could be something that could be beneficial. I'm definitely going to try it out. Second height could be free with all the rifters in the air. It'd be free runs, and you can conserve so many mats. Like, look at their mats right now. 500 on Scented, 300 on Cold. They're still playing on a high layer right now. They start getting pressured. And I think Scented, yeah, he kind of drones here. But Cole's just going to fight the solo. Cole finds a body. Now they're together again. Oh wait, no they're not. They're just playing solo. I'm sure they're gonna get together, yeah. And then as of right now, it's just Scented and Cold clearing low. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be aware of all the solos, especially if they're getting coached right now by Sven. And then now it's to develop win condition, they're gonna have to fight either height or low ground, and they chose low ground, which makes sense. They don't have mass to build up to fight height. Cole's gonna die. I didn't see how he died, but whatever. You can understand the concept of developing win condition. I made videos on that as well if you don't understand the concept of it. And now he's going to try and clutch second because he probably can't win. He's going to just let them fight. Oh, he actually doesn't clutch second, he gets third. But you get the point. I'm going to watch these other games and see if it's a common thing that he likes to try and do. Alright, I'm not going to lie. I bought like all of their games and didn't really learn that much just because of how uncompetitive like test events are. So there's only like 2 really good games, and then the other 2 are dead. But I wanted to show you their rotates here. So they land Collider, like well, Collider's not there anymore, but they land uncon right side collider, and they get like really good loot. And I like how they rotated early here. They rotated very early before it got congested on the north side, and they got center first zone, and then their second zone looks like this. Scented, like his theory is always in rotating early. What I learned from Scented is if you rotate early, it like decreases the chances of getting lobbied, and when you're on edge in a set lobby, it's just fucked, bro. Like you're just gonna get held so hard. So if you can just be early and just hold other kids instead of you getting held, you will just be a lot more stacked. So right now they're staggering right here, trading surge, and then I'm sure Sented's gonna try to get deeper in pretty soon. I just want to show you their mid-game rotate to this end game because I want to show you how they rotate early. They rotated very early the first zone to get deep. And now they're just holding kids on edge that have to rotate in deeper. Their guns are not the greatest, bro. An AK and an auto shotgun. Send it as a DMR, though. Alright, so as soon as zone pops, they're going to start rotating because there's no time to waste. They don't want to be on congestion with all the other teams. They want to get a nice spot early on so they can hold those teams and get a refresh out of it. So let's watch what Scented does here. They're going to follow these old builds. Unfortunate that this team just decided to just build a giant tower right on edge. So honestly, they're not going to be able to get any deeper. Scented realizes that, and now they're going to box up on edge, which is unfortunate. Yeah, they don't have really good heals to even invest mats to get in deeper. They don't want to get hit too much. Senta's probably going to get this drop. They need the heals. All they have is chugs for shield right now. He gets minis out of it. And then I'm sure he's going to try and rotate early this next zone. As you can see, these kids are rotating late right here, and now look how fucked they are, bro. The teams rotating in early always have an advantage. This is a fucked zone. Okay, really good refresh Scented got. And there's a reason he got this refresh as well. Like, to some of you guys, you may think, oh, it was just a free kill. No. They positioned themselves low ground on edge because they couldn't get in any deeper, obviously, because the team built a tower in front of them. But they positioned themselves on low ground, on edge, and kids have to rotate to them. Kids have to come to Scented and Cold because they're rotating in late. So that's just like free kills, and they get those kills because of how they position themselves. So it's a lot more complicated than you think. Right after that refresh, it was a god refresh actually. A lot of like teams that are new to set lobbies would think, oh, let's just use our rift just to be safe. Sented's gonna use this car. It gets to 1 HP. He's gonna get out. And look, he's rotating early, and there's still so many teams behind him that didn't even rotate, and he still went in front of them because he knows how important it is to get in early so you don't get on a congested fuck like on edge zone. Look how free this rotate was though, bro. He burned like probably like 200 metal, and their mats are godly. They got in, and look how many teams are on congestion side. He avoided that completely. All of these teams that are just going to be fighting each other, trying to get in zone, he avoided all of that just because of how smart he is. And honestly, you burn less heals and less mats trying to force yourself to go early sometimes. Of course, it's situational, but if you VOD Scented a lot, you will see he always tries to go early. And he always puts himself on low ground, too. There is no reason to be building up above teams this meta. You're not going to be reusing pads. And Scented believes that recycling pads aren't even smart. That's just an easy way to die. That's what he believed like last season. So the same thing applies for him. He's doing the same thing he did last season, playing low ground, because he was not the type of like IGL to reuse pads. He just didn't believe in that shit. So he sees where half and half pulls, and now he's already trying to plan the rotate, which is really good. There's no time to waste. You always want to just start planning as soon as zone pops. You can even plan before zone pops as well. And I'm going to guess Scented loves bushes. He's going to try and get this bush. Obviously, his teammate got fried. He needs to heal up. But Scented always tries to force an early rotate. So, yeah, they're going to get in this bush. They're going to look back for potential kills. And then they're just going to rift. As you can see, I'm going to go drone free real quick. A lot of open space right here. He didn't want to take the risk, and he just wanted to rift. I'm trying to think if potentially he could have rotated this. It would have been fucked. They would have lost a lot of mats. They would have been getting held pretty hard by some teams already boxed up because there's so much open space they can't really use like terrain to rotate that. So they just decide to pop the rift. And Sented's really aggressive as well. He's just gonna fight this, I guess. I respect it. I guess he's just trying to alpha the loot, which is really good. He saw a solo on it, so. Oh, they got a rift out of that as well. Wow. Okay, that was 100% worth it. Free kill on a kid. That's crazy that he got a rift off of that. Good awareness by him to see that there's a solo fighting for that loot, so you can just bitch him off it. Now they're gonna rift. And let's see where he decides to land. Okay, he lands in the middle. I don't like, but he had to swerve because he was about to get 50-50'd on the right side. They get a max pull, he goes instantly. He starts burning wood to save his hards earlier. He accidentally drops, so that's why he switched to hards. Now they're just gonna stagger and heal up. He might have a free run. That's a good beam on Pam's too. Yep, free run. Height can't spray him, and low ground's occupied, so it's just literally just saves all of his mats. Notice how he didn't stagger too long. He didn't stagger to the point where zone is on his back. That's something you don't want to do. That's when you have solos jumping in the back of your target griefing you guys, or duos. And then when you're too far back, you start getting looked at from front side, so you don't want to stagger too long ever. Staggering always needs to be for a purpose. Okay, right now they're top 19. Their mats are actually really good for this late. Really good for this late. Now, I don't think they've gotten one. Okay, they gotten one refresh as well on that solo they jumped in on. I'm pretty sure he's gonna pitch the solo off his layer instantly. He actually gets shit on. Then Cold's gonna just get in front of him and help. Alright, they're just gonna chill together, stagger for a second, and try to stay ahead. Notice how Cold was just sitting on Sented's body. Cold could have just tarped ahead and stayed front side, but that's too much of a risk in my opinion. Cold decided to stay right on his body and protect him just in case a kid tried jumping in on him. So that's something you should do as well if your teammate's weak. You should stay on him, I'm not gonna lie. Unless like your IGL tells you to stay ahead. They look back together, get a free kill. The easiest way to get a refresh is being front side and looking back. Now they're gonna stay ahead. And now it's just win condition at this point. We have to see what they're gonna do to develop win condition. Right now they're trying to fight the teams under them. They're trying to chase the solo. Zone pulls towards the solo. They're probably gonna just jump in if I had to guess. Sented 0 ping. Kills this kid. And Cole's gonna die from behind. Probably didn't block off his back well enough. Or nah, Dua just ran in and killed him, but I'm sure he could have prevented it some way. Sented's just gonna try and clutch the best way he can. He's just getting fucked right now. 2 builds. He actually kills that kid somehow with like 8 HP, so that was just bad from Pam's, I'm not gonna lie, or whoever that was. He finds this old tart, which is really good. 7 builds. He's top 5 right now, so it's a good amount of solos. And he clutches top 3, I'm guessing. Which is impressive. He could have potentially gotten second there if he would have hit a good headshot, but yeah, so that's one thing you'll learn from Sented, and that's what, like, the biggest thing I learned from him is how he rotates early. He always rotates early to, like, avoid being in a clusterfuck on edge, and you don't shamble yourselves by rotating early. And another thing I learned from Sented is that, like, low ground is the easiest way to get refreshes and kills. Like, there's no reason for you to be elevated, I'm not going to lie. Like, of course, you're going to have to elevate above a team sometimes when you're rotating in a little later. But he likes to play low ground. It's the easiest way to get refreshes. And it's really, I feel like it's safer down there because you don't have to worry about someone trying to spray your floors. And then all you have to worry about is your tops, really, and your sidewalls. So I can understand that as well. But yeah, they played this end game very well. And then the first game they played very well. But the other 2 games are kind of dead, so I don't really want to watch them. Sented had a really good solo clutch. I'll put the replays in the description below if you want to watch them yourself. But yeah, that's about it. I have old scented videos as well if you want to watch them. You can learn a lot more from those videos as well. Unfortunately, only these two games were like good to learn from. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna be dropping episodes like consecutively and consistently. I'm gonna try and work hard on giving out as much information as I can and try to teach you guys and help you guys be a better IGL or fragger or whatever. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Peace.